It's official. I have adopted a white fluffy creature and he is the most beautiful, special boy ever. I named him Olaf, and I know I'm aware that I'm never gonna beat the Disney adult allegations by this choice, but that's a discussion for another video another time. But why did I name him Olaf? You know, I actually had somebody ask me what Olaf he's named after, and I actually was not aware that there were any other Olafs besides the Disney Frozen Olaf. I was kind of dumbfounded when she asked me. I was genuinely just like, the snowman? Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like, you know, Olaf, he's a snowman, the white fur. Olaf's always gonna have white fur, so I thought that the name was kind of fitting. It also kind of matches like his personality, his goofiness, his silliness, and I don't know, there's just something about a golden retriever named Olaf that I really love. And you're like yelling for him out in the yard, Olaf! And then he comes running his big old paws. I don't know, I feel like it makes sense. I adopted Olaf back in March of this year, and at the time of filming this video, he's already 9 months old. I can't believe how much he's growing. I can't believe how big he's getting. It makes me really upset. I'm always like, please stop growing. Please slow down. I mean, grow for the obvious reasons. You want him to grow and be happy, but he's just growing up so fast. He still has his puppy face, but I'm getting really sad that he's gonna be an adult in a couple months. And you might be wondering, Serena, why now? Why did you decide to adopt a dog now? And the answer to that is twofold. I wanted a companion and a dog, and I wanted our other dog, our 3-year-old French Bulldog Gatsby, who is scratching himself in the corner, if you can hear him, and making his snorting noises. But I also wanted him to have a companion because I felt like he was lonely. You know what they say, getting your dog a dog. My boyfriend and I had for a long time discussed getting another pet in the house, and for a long time we thought that it would be a cat because, I don't know, we're both cat and dog people, and we really like cats, so we thought maybe a cat would be a good fit. They're really good apartment animals. I just don't know how well Gatsby will get along by himself with a cat. I think that eventually they would adapt to one another and they would get acclimated and they would be fine, but Gatsby really loves instigating with little animals. He loves fighting with little animals. Not fighting, but he likes to play fight with every dog he meets, every cat he meets. He thinks it's playtime, and I don't know how well he would do with a cat, to be honest. But Gatsby has never met a dog that he doesn't love and that he's obsessed with. So we knew that, you know, introducing him to a dog, especially of like a golden retriever breed where they're like very nice, very friendly dogs, we knew that, you know, it wouldn't be a problem. They would get along. And then, yeah, I just really wanted a companion dog. Gatsby is my boyfriend's dog. And even though I've literally known Gatsby since the day that my boyfriend got him, because we were like really good friends at the time. We weren't dating yet, but we were really good friends. So I actually went over to his house like the day he brought Gatsby home. So I've known Gatsby just as long as he's known his dad. At his core, he really is my boyfriend's dog. Like, he's not like a family type of dog. He's like a one-person type of dog. Like, he doesn't get that excited to see me. And, you know, he shows affection from time to time and he's cuddly from time to time, but he's not like a companion dog to me. He's like, you know, he's just kind of like a dog that lives in our house. So I knew that I wanted a dog that would be like my companion. You know, I take him for walks and he's excited to see me and he gets, I think he's like scared of the camera. But I also do think that, you know, Gatsby having another dog around, he's shown to really like having another dog around. I feel like his anxiety, like his separation anxiety symptoms that he gets whenever we leave him alone, I feel like they're a little bit less having Olaf around. You know, he's never really left all alone like he used to be. And you might be asking, like, why did you get a golden retriever? Like, why specifically this breed? I know he might not look like it, but Olaf is a golden retriever. He's an English cream golden retriever, which is the variation of the golden retriever breed. There's different variations of the golden retriever breed. That's why you see some that are more brown, red in color. His just happens to be a little bit more white. He's a purebred. His family goes back generations and generations of being this like beautiful white color. Yeah, I love the breed of golden retrievers because I grew up with a golden retriever. The, you know, family dog that we had when I was a kid was a golden retriever. We had a couple Aussies and then we had a golden. And they're just the sweetest, nicest dogs. They're so smart and so cute and so nice. So I'm just like very loyal to the breed. Ever since I moved out of my parents' house, I knew that like the first dog that I wanted to get, that's like my dog, I knew I wanted to get a golden retriever. They're just such good like companion dogs. They're so sweet. I can't say enough good things about them. I feel like they're they're a favorite, especially here in America. They're like a favorite dog breed. Like I feel like almost everyone I know has like a story of like a super sweet golden retriever that they've met throughout their life. So they're just the best. I don't know. Like I really don't have any other reason for like wanting one except for they're just the best and I grew up with one. I guess, I don't know. I just have a really biased opinion on what the best dog breed is. My dog growing up, he made my life so much better and he truly was my best friend. So I love them. I was honestly attracted like just to the breed, but when I was looking for breeders of purebred golden retrievers that are, you know, near to me, like I could go pick him up. I didn't want to have them, you know, ship him or travel with him. I came across a breeder who's like one of the best in the surrounding area and they were all white. And I was like, a white golden retriever. And you might be wondering, how are Olaf and Gatsby getting along? You know, I was never really worried about them getting along because as I said before, Gatsby has never met a dog that he doesn't like. He's obsessed with every single dog, big, small, it doesn't matter the breed. He wants to play with them. He wants to be their friend. He honestly wants to like instigate a play fight with them. Like that's his favorite thing to do is like start play fights with other dogs. So I wasn't really worried about them getting along. I was worried about them in the house together just because this is like, has been Gatsby's house. Like he's been the dog of the house. When I brought Olaf home all those months ago and he was just a little baby noodle, we actually had them meet at the park down the street from our house. And they had a little play session together where they got to sniff each other on leashes and kind of get to know one another. And they even got to the point where they were like playing with each other. And then we brought him home and we let them kind of go their separate ways and do their own thing for a while. But yeah, I mean, Gatsby has his share of like behavioral issues that he's working on in training. One of them is like resource guarding, so food and toys. He's a little aggressive with Olaf about that. He, you know, will like give him a warning growl from time to time. Other than that though, they really like cohabitate the space really well and they love playing with each other. Gatsby gets really excited after walks and just wants to play with Olaf. Like he just wants to start a play fight with him and like play with him. So yeah, they're getting along really well. And Olaf gets along really well with all types of dogs. My boyfriend's parents actually got a corgi puppy who, you know, is around the same age as Olaf, and they were best friends from the jump. They got along so well. But obviously, like, corgis are very friendly dogs too. And then my sister actually got a golden retriever around the same time, and they're best friends. Like, they love hanging out together. They run and play and act like crazy together because they're both puppies. And honestly, his puppy, like his early puppy days were probably the worst, I would say. For a golden retriever puppy, he really doesn't like get into that much or like chew that much stuff up. Like I've heard horror stories about golden retriever puppies having to go to the vet and get things like cut out of them, like and having to have surgery because of what they ate. He doesn't really, I mean, he's not really ever left unattended where he can get into things because if he's not like being directly watched by me or my boyfriend in our house, he's always in his crate. But he doesn't really like want to chew up things like shoes, blankets, pillows, stuffed animals. Like he doesn't chew anything up except for his toys. Like he knows what his toys are and he really sticks to just shredding them apart. Like he does destroy the toys, but he doesn't destroy other things in the house so far. So I do really like that. The worst part of his puppy days were probably when, so he was sleeping really well in his crate because we wanted to crate train him when we first got him. He was sleeping so well in his crate. Then I took him home for a weekend to my parents' house, and there was one night where I came home like really, really late and my parents hadn't put him in his crate yet. And I was so tired that I ended up just like letting him sleep in my bed. And that is when it all got fucked up because after that, he just had such problems sleeping in the crate. He didn't want to sleep in the crate. He's like, I want to sleep in the bed with you, Mom. So we would put him in the crate at night, but then when he would have to go to the bathroom, he would cry so much. And then after he would go to the bathroom, he didn't want to be back in the crate. So he was having just trouble sleeping in the crate through the night. Now he honestly just sleeps in our room on the floor and he doesn't bother us. Sometimes he will wake us up in the middle of the night if he has to go to the bathroom and then we have to let him out because he doesn't like going to the bathroom in the house. Like once he became house trained, he doesn't like having accidents in the house. Like he really will freak out and bark at you until you let him out. Like he doesn't want to pee or poop in the house. One of my favorite things that he does is like now whenever somebody comes home and lets him out of his crate, he always picks up like the biggest toy that he can find and he wants to like show you his toy. And he really just like doesn't leave you alone until you like acknowledge that he has this big toy and you tell him you're so impressed. He loves it. The only thing that he's like really bad at is he really hates car rides. He makes himself hyperventilate to the point where sometimes he does throw up in the car. So working on the vet with that, they gave me like a few, they told me like a few things that I could give him to calm him down, but he can't take them until he's like an adult. So I don't know, we're working on getting him more acclimated to the car. I mean, we go on a lot of car rides because I often take him to my parents' house. And that's like a 2.5 hour ride every time. And, you know, we go there pretty often. So I feel like he should be used to the car by now. But I don't know. He's still, even if it's a short trip, he gets himself so worked up to the point where he's like literally throwing up in the car. That part's not good. And then he also is not the best walker still. He's just such a scared and skittish dog, which is pretty common with the runt of the litter, which is this guy. He was the littlest guy in his litter. But he's pretty skittish. He gets spooked really easily by noises. Honestly, he gets spooked by everything, I'm not gonna lie. And so when he gets spooked and nervous, he wants to like pull on the harness and pull on the leash. And that's not good as he gets bigger because this guy can literally yank you pretty hard. I actually have one of those leashes that also attaches around you like a belt. So that when he does pull on you, he's kind of pulling like from your center of gravity. It's supposed to help with that. But yeah, other than that, he's been a really, really great dog. And he's been a wonderful puppy and I love him so much. And I just, yeah, I wanted to make this video before he turned a year old so that we could kind of remember him, you know, in his puppy days. I didn't want to make a lot of puppy videos because I feel like once I got him, I was just so invested in like his well-being, his training, making sure, you know, because he's like I'm like a first-time dog owner, you know. I had dogs growing up, but I've never had like my own dog. Like, this is your dog. This is your responsibility. You have to keep this creature alive. So I feel like I just really like invested my time and myself and everything into like training my dog, making sure that he has everything he needs to. So I didn't make like a lot of videos with him when he was really young or like a lot of social media content in general, but I don't know. I want to have him on my channel more, especially now when I want to like start doing more vlogs because I feel like half my day is like taking care of this guy. So he's getting a little fussy, so I think we're gonna go furrow because he's being a little fussy. But this is Olaf, everyone. Thank you for watching this video. If you're still at the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for meeting my puppy, and I will see you guys soon in a new video. Bye!